Okay. Hello, Mrs Jayashree Ratan. How are you doing?
Good. Hello,
I'm
Dee.
so excited to have you here. Welcome to Empower Her Journey.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
You're most welcome.
Yeah, tell me.
So, let's start with your journey. How did you come up with the new Saaisha Foundation? Can you brief us towards it?
Saaisha Foundation, I think was I always say now of I've always been saying that I was destiny has directed me towards this because this Saaisha Foundation at the moment our main objective is providing prostheses which are knitted and crocheted free for the mastectomy survivors.
Mm.
And I am not a cancer survivor. So
Okay.
that is another question people ask me. I mean, you are
Yes.
not a cancer patient. How did you get into this? So
Mm.
that is one I say destiny had a role to play because I don't think it was in my hands at all. I frequently come to the US
Mm.
and whenever I'm here and uh, I think right from my early days in school and college, I've always been into doing a lot of social work in
Okay.
any which way that I could.
Mm-hmm.
So it's there in you, and you try to do whatever you can for helping people. That has been my nature. And when I come to the US, I always you have a lot of time on your hands. You don't know what to do, and
Mm.
I'm always a very what do you call a person who uses your hands a lot. Craft,
Okay.
all sorts of craft I do. And so just go and Google and you check out what you can do and keep your time, keep your while. And that's when I came across mm, one site which said knockers. You
Hmm.
can
Okay.
donate knockers for the patient.
Hmm.
And I much later realized what knockers meant. Okay,
Okay.
because we don't come from the millennium or the Gen Z generation, right? So we don't
Yes.
know. Yeah. So I didn't know what knockers was. And I said, this is a very unusual thing. The only thing I knew were the traditional knocker, which is a door knocker. That is all I
Yes,
knew.
yes. Yeah.
So I said, what is this knockers? I went on sign and checked it out. It was something saying they were saying that they were providing this for the survivors of cancer,
Hmm.
and they're giving it free. I said that's a very nice idea. So let me do some. So I just ordered the yarn online and I made a couple and I sent it across, and I felt happy about it. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Then then over a period of then I think by the end of the year, this was in 2017.
Okay.
I'd come back. I came to India for when I came to India after my 6 month stay here. Uh, we had one of my relatives had a year-end party on 31st,
Hmm.
and I knew that she was a survivor.
Okay.
She had a mastectomy. I knew that,
Mm-hmm.
and I just went and we were talking, and it was a good party, about 40 people in the house. But
Hmm.
so we were just talking, and then I asked her, because she happened to be a relative, and I could communicate with her. She
Hmm.
was one who would communicate. Even if you're a relative, many do not talk about it. I
Yeah.
didn't know that at that time. And
Hmm.
as I am very free with anybody. I have no qualms in talking to strangers. And I just asked her, what do you use instead? She said, I roll up a handkerchief or a dupatta and put it in
Okay.
my bra.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay. See, first and foremost, not being a survivor and not having any idea of all this,
Hmm.
it was completely different. She said, I do this. I said, okay. Then in the US, when I was there, I had given something like this to a
Mm-hmm.
group, and they say people use it. Would you try it out?
Hmm.
She said, okay. This is in December. I clean forgot about it. I was coming back to the US in March.
Mm-hmm.
And first of March, I suddenly remembered, oh my God, I had promised to give her this and I haven't sent it across.
Yeah.
Around the end of, no, not March, February, somewhere in Feb. Then I sent her a pair, and she was in Bombay. She's same where I was staying. And the next day she calls me up and she's in
Hmm.
tears, literally in tears. She says, this is so wonderful. Why can't you do this for all the survivors of us?
Wow.
I mean, it was just like that. I said, okay.
Hmm.
I said, okay, let me think about it. Because Siddhi, I just thought, maybe making just a couple of it here and there. It's
Right.
okay, we can try. Now
Mm-hmm.
Siddhi wants a handkerchief, Siddhi wants a
Yeah.
keyring, I can make one and give it, something like that. I
Mm-hmm.
said, okay. Then I just called up a couple of my friends, and I we were earlier who were in a group earlier we had done some programs together, and I said, this is something somebody is asking. Do you think we can do this? They said, yeah, let us try. That's how it started. So it was, I don't know. And yeah, then I went up because I knew the knitted knockers were there, and I did go to the site and I have signed up, and we are a provider, international provider in India for the knittedknockersorg of the US, which is based in Washington State. So that's how we started it. And even every step of the way, I can tell you that the universe and divine has played a part. And
Definitely.
it's still
Yeah, I mean, and also, you provide it for free, right? From your website, if we can order those. Wow, that's just so inspiring because, firstly, I would like to point out that if it's like you have founded, people will definitely have the preconceived notion that you are a breast cancer survivor. So that's a very shocking revelation that you are not, and still you got into it.
yeah,
Definitely a role of destiny and nothing else.
yes, very true. Because I mean, I know about cancer, and I knew about it, not to the extent that like any layman would know, a little bit more, maybe because I am interested in helping out people,
Mhm.
but beyond that, absolutely. And the entire, we started this in 2000, so 2018, March 13th was our birthday, the day of Saisha's birthday.
Wow, okay.
And from then, every day I'm learning something. I'm learning from the patients, I'm learning from the doctors, I'm learning. I don't do much of reading over the thing.
Hmm.
uh, I am more a hands-on person,
Hmm.
and I don't do much of the, I don't believe in that, and I'm not doing any of this for any fame or name or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, yeah.
So we haven't gone beyond, I haven't gone into social media to promote myself or any
Mhm.
such thing. It's just that we are in the social media to promote Saisha, to creating awareness, which is
Yes.
still very, very difficult.
Yeah,
It's
awareness is definitely, I mean, that's the reason I reached out to you because I really love the idea of what you are doing. The knockers are so good. And because I just spoke to one doctor recently and I showed him a prosthesis. Yeah. And he told me these are not like women don't find this comfortable, the breast cancer survivors. So he's like, this is very heavy, the prosthesis which I showed him. And the one which I saw on your website, I'm like, these are so nice and they look so comfortable. And I was also reading about it on website, and I'm like, wow, this I should, really,
yeah,
uh, get this to my channel for sure. So,
yeah.
so can you show me how do they look? What colors are available?
See, this is a knitted one,
Hmm.
okay?
Okay.
And these are knitted, and we also tag our knockers
Hmm.
with the tag of not for sale and Saisha India,
Hmm.
and cup size, which is a B. This is a B cup size.
B cup size.
And
Okay.
these are crocheted knockers. This is a A size. These are crocheted.
Okay.
Crochet and knitting, it looks slightly differences there. That is because of the nature of the, what do you call, of the craft. This is
Hmm.
crochet, this is knitting. And we do provide, it's got a hole at the back,
Hmm.
which when you rotate it, it will become loose. And we have a thread which is attached so that you can remove some of the fiber. We
Okay.
fill
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
this is all made out of 100% mercerized cotton yarn.
yeah. Hmm.
Cotton yarn. Everybody knows knitting and crochet is wool because
Yeah.
that's what we've always been using. But we do have yarn, cotton yarn, and what we use inside filling is virgin polyfiber.
Okay.
And these are hand washable. They're
Hmm.
hand washable. You just press them out like this and you can dry them out. And
Hmm.
for India, there's not great difficulty in drying out. It dries pretty
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
We have these here so that you can make a hole. It becomes bigger. You can pull out the fiber because we generally overfill our knockers.
Hmm.
And then when we pull the string, it becomes, the hole closes. So
Closes.
that is why we use this. And we overfill our knockers because we just guess the size of the, we
Hmm.
ask for the cup size and we don't know how the patient looks because
Oh,
we've never
yeah.
seen them back. So we do overfill, so it helps them to
Mhm.
resize it to their needs.
Yeah.
We can use these for even lumpectomy patients which do not have a complete mastectomy. So in which case they have to remove more of the fiber and keep it in the, wherever there's a gap is there,
Mhm.
where the surgery has been done, they have to use it on that. So that is the reason. And these are all patterns which are by the knittedknockers.org. their patterns, and that's what we have used. And we are going by the same way that they function. We function the same way, which is
Hmm.
requests are put in either on website or through uh, known people, and we post it to them free of charge.
Hmm. Okay.
So we follow the same method. Yeah.
And also, you also have beanies, right, for kids?
Yeah, we have beanies for kids. These are called the beanies.
Oh, okay. There's
These also have a tag on them which says it is Saaisha India,
hmm.
and these are for basically for children up to the age of 12.
Okay. After the
And these are also made of cotton,
hmm.
mercerized cotton yarn.
Hmm.
They are slightly brighter colors for the children, and we use colors which are uh, skin friendly, ISO friendly for cancer patients. Whereas the colors for knockers we are very restricted colors. We have a few colors. We don't use all colors. And we have yarn vendors, specific yarn vendors for our yarn too.
Okay. Which are approved by Saisha Foundation. Okay.
Yes, approved by us. Yes.
So there are two ways. One, how to volunteer with you if someone wants to, if I want
Yeah.
to volunteer with you, what is the process?
Basics, I would like you to, if you want to volunteer for us as a volunteer for knitting and crochet of knockers and beanies, knockers especially. See, beanies is something we are using. I want to make this very clear. Knockers is our main.
Main, yeah.
Beanies, I'm okay. We are adding on beanies because some of our volunteers have been with us for the last 6 years.
Hmm.
Everybody wants a change once in a while,
Yes.
right? You get a little bored doing it. So we say, okay, then we have a few volunteers, maybe about 15 to 20% of our volunteers, 10 to 15% of our volunteers who are very regular. So, I mean, I can be assured that they're going to give me so many knockers every year.
Every
So
year.
they want to, yeah, then I tell them, okay, when you do 10 knockers, you do one beanie.
Okay, just for a
So
change.
that is how, yeah, it's for a change. And we do not provide beanies for adults.
Okay.
There has been requests, but I say no, because especially for the women, I say it's available. Everything else is available in the market. You have
Yeah.
cotton,
Yeah, it's
headgear is
available.
available. Right? Yeah, and for women, I say no, because first of all, they want it in black or brown,
Hmm.
and doing that is difficult. Not more than that. I said the woman has to be proud and brave that she's gone through cancer and she's come out victorious on that. So, and unless you come out like that, the other people who are watching you, who look at you, are
Hmm.
not going to understand the gravity of the situation and how you've gone through the whole thing.
Yeah.
You need to make it see, especially younger people, even the older people. I've sort of I've given up on them because
Hmm.
it's difficult to change their ways. It's very difficult. Once they have got a mindset, they're not going to change.
Hmm.
We are looking at the younger generation, which can be taught. So we need to teach the younger generation that this is normal for a person. You cannot make fun of the person saying you're bald. No, it is normal.
Yes.
Anybody having cancer, anybody going through chemotherapy is likely to lose hair. There are new different methods of chemo
Hmm.
now that have come in where the hair loss is much less or even
Yeah.
negligible. So, but the children have to be made aware that this is normal for a
Yeah.
person suffering cancer. Cancer is like any other disease.
Hmm.
It is treatable if caught early. So unless you explain to them that is why I am here like this, and another 6 to 8 months I'll be growing my hair back. It's not
Hmm.
going to be forever. So
Yes.
so you need to tell them that. That is very difficult for a patient to do, you
Hmm.
know. So I tell them, they come on and say, can we get wigs? I said, why would you spend, 20, 30,000 rupees for a wig,
Hmm.
which is not ever going to be used
Hmm.
because you're going to grow your hair back. So beanies. Okay, now the question of volunteering. I'm sorry, I got digressed a little bit. Uh, because this is something I keep telling every patient who calls me up and says, I want a wig. Can you give me a beanie? Then I have to tell them, no, you go ahead proudly. Just wear a scarf on your head, wear your dupatta on your
Yes.
hair. It's natural.
This
And I
is
do this especially with teachers. There are many teachers who ask me, I have to go to school. I says, it's the right time to teach the child. And you
wow.
believe it or
Yes.
not, Siddhi, I've got a couple of feedbacks from the teachers who call me up after a year and they're telling me, ma'am, thank you so much for encouraging me because I did go out and teach. I used to tell her, the teacher, no, the student doesn't bother about how the teacher
Hmm.
looks,
Hmm.
most of it. if you are a good teacher, that
Yes,
is what stays with the student, not the looks of the
the
teacher.
looks, yeah.
I said, you're good at teaching. She said, you're very true. After this, I have sent 3 batches of 10, and nobody ever questioned why I was without a headgear.
I'm
I
so
said,
happy
that's
you
it.
pointed out this because this is what I want to highlight as well. So, firstly, when you get cancer, physically you are already battling so many things, mentally, emotionally, and mentally also you have this fear like I'm going to lose my hair. I'm going to, they also like if I have breast cancer, then I will think, oh
Yeah.
my, like it's
See,
just so
yeah,
emotional.
it's breast cancer is worse than any other cancer because that is something a woman is,
Exactly.
uh, yeah, it's only to a woman that you have, and that is seen outside. Your kidneys, your livers, your lungs are not seen outside.
Yeah.
So if you lose that, if you miss that, it is very obvious. So I have got this from it's you have to you're sort of educating everybody in all
Yeah.
fields of cancer. Yes.
And
Yeah.
losing
And
hair with chemo is also very emotionally challenging because my
yeah.
mom had gone through breast cancer. And when she got her first chemo done, apart taking the cancer aside, her first question was, I'm going to lose my hair. And that made
Lose
her
my hair.
even
Yeah.
weaker emotionally. So this is why I'm happy you pointed this out about hair. I think we should just embrace and
Yes.
nowadays, people are getting, thanks to Instagram and Facebook, and people are pointing out each and everything. And, it is normalizing, but I think we
It's
should
getting normal.
normalize this.
It will take a much longer time, Siddhi,
Yeah.
because I have seen the difference in even in educated families. It
Hmm.
is not being accepted. It's very
Yes.
difficult for them to accept and embrace the fact that these are things that happen, changes that are going to happen. So I think we'll have to start at a younger age, start teaching people like you and yourself and younger than you that
Yeah.
this is normal. Yes, I'm sorry, it has to be done. It has to be done. It's not just, लड़की है तो चाय बनाओ या कॉफी बनाओ या खाना बनाओ. लड़का भी है तो चाय खाना बनाना सीखना चाहिए. It's necessary. तो
Yeah.
लड़का भी ये सीख ले, ये घर का काम उसे भी आना चाहिए. कल के दिन क्या मालूम उसे अपने आप, he has to be on his own. You need to do that. So we need to do it. It's educating all round. It's just not one. Yeah, whole family has to be educated when it comes
Yeah,
to that.
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so coming back.
Okay, I'm sorry about your question about volunteering. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When you volunteer, you what volunteers we expect is we generally would like a volunteer who knows the basics of either knitting or crochet. The
Hmm.
basics are very important. You need the basics because once you have the basics, which is available, if you're a complete fresher, you want to learn, I'm sure you can pick up a YouTube, any
Hmm.
channel, and just go through the
Hmm.
basics, or we can get you which channels will help you. And we do have the patterns. We have training sessions once a week. We do have training sessions in the afternoon on Google Meet where we explain the pattern and the niceties and the nitty gritty of the whole
Hmm.
knockers.
Hmm.
And we get you. We do want you to send pictures of what you have made with the practice yarn first,
Hmm.
and then we allow you to buy the approved yarn, and then you have to send us samples of the approved yarn product
Hmm.
to our trainers, and then once it's okay, only then we let you make knockers for us.
Hmm.
So it is a little strict in that because over the period of time now we have perfected our knockers, and
Hmm.
because there's a lot of sizing which is involved, we give
Yeah.
4 cup sizes. A, B, C, and D
Hmm.
is the name we give to them, and that many do not understand because uh, this we have had to improvise for our country
Hmm.
from others. We don't have cup sizes in India. I think most of the bras that we have are all B size cups. You
Yeah.
hardly get a C or D. So we have to explain so sizing is a major part of our work that is happening. And that is also done when we collect the knockers. Once you approve the knockers, they are made and sent to our collection points. At the moment, we have 2 main in India. We have one in Bombay and one in Chennai.
Okay.
The trainers there and whoever collects it there assures the sizing is okay and then only takes it.
Okay.
So we see to it that it's
It's
perfect. We
proper.
try
Yeah.
as much as possible to get perfect knockers. Because if it's not perfect, I can't be sending it back. Now, suppose Siddhi sends me 20 knockers and
Hmm.
I find they're not all right. I need to send it back to her, which is again going to cost me up and
Yes.
down. What I do is it lies with me. I have to open it out and redo it
Hmm.
because I can't throw the yarn away. It's
Yeah.
good yarn. So, so we try to, at the initial stage itself, we try to get perfect knockers.
Okay.
And you need to, if you know the basics of this, you need to just send us an email to saaisha.india@gmail.com
Hmm.
that with your contact details saying that you'd like to volunteer for us
Hmm.
to do knockers. And then we take it forward. We send you a welcome letter. We'll send you all the details of the training, etc. Yeah.
So for training, it takes a while, right, to get the hang of it while learning.
If you're a complete fresher and
If I'm a complete
you're
fresher.
committed, if
Hmm.
you're committed, you
Hmm.
can do it within a month, easily
Within
within
a
a month.
month. Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
good. Okay.
If you're committed, it's not like, today we'll do, tomorrow I won't do. No,
Ha,
you
ha.
need to put your time at least half
Yes.
an hour a day, then you'll get it. You'll get it. It's
Because
not
looking at
impossible.
the sizes and everything, they look so perfect. So definitely the
Yes.
training, you have to put in the work and commitment to deliver
Yes.
the right product.
Yeah. Although it is volunteering, I agree it is volunteering. Questions will be asked. This is volunteering. Why would I have to do it?
Hmm.
But Siddhi, what is it? What does volunteering mean?
Hmm. To contribute to
The
the,
very word
yeah.
you're contributing, which means it's a commitment, right, of sorts.
Yes. Hmm.
It is a commitment of sorts. It is something like you go to a job. You're going to a job, you're getting paid for it. I understand.
Yeah.
When you volunteer, it is free.
Hmm.
Your time, your effort,
Hmm.
your money, everything is free for the voluntary organization. But when you volunteer, you have promised yourself to put in that time for that particular
Yeah.
organization or event or whatever you're doing.
Hmm.
So you need to put that. It's not that I volunteered for you and then I keep quiet. No,
No, yeah.
you volunteer. I keep saying we don't have any targets. I don't have any targets for the volunteers.
Hmm.
That is, you need to make so many knockers. There's nothing said to you.
Okay.
But I want you to make a mental commitment to yourself
Hmm.
that you would spend 15 minutes of your time every day.
Every day. Okay.
That's all. Because when you give me 15 minutes, if you have learned the knocker, you
Hmm.
can make one of this in a week.
One in a week. Wow,
If you give me 15 minutes a day,
that's not, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, 15 minutes
it's
is
doable.
nothing in a day
Yes. So
to
you're
learn.
giving me four in a month,
Hmm.
and I'm getting 40 pieces in a year from you.
Yeah, that's so
I'm
good.
very happy.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
definitely.
very happy because you're giving me only 15 minutes of your time,
Hmm.
but you have to do it. Why I'm saying 15 minutes of every day? Because then you don't forget the pattern.
Hmm.
Your tension makes a lot of difference when you do these products with
Yeah.
handmade anything that you make.
Hmm.
The dexterity is improved when you do it every day,
Yeah.
right? So the tension remains the same. You don't forget the pattern, and so you will never ever make a mistake.
Yes.
It is so. I just want 15 minutes of your day.
Hmm.
If you can commit yourself to 15 minutes of your day, you can be a volunteer for us for life. Because I would not let any of my volunteers go.
Hmm.
You can always take a break. You can always take a break. I can understand. Now, Didi, you've got an exam coming up. Fine, go ahead and study. That's more important.
Yeah.
That's your priority. I agree with it. You got some family affairs to attend to. Please go ahead. But I want you to come back. And when you come back, you need to give me that 15 minutes every day.
Yes. That's
So
really
that's the only condition I have. I
good.
have that condition. I said mental condition a volunteer has to give is 15 minutes of her time.
I think if you are volunteering, you should be committed to that for long term. And the sense of satisfaction after, knitting the product and seeing it feels really good for sure.
It
Okay.
does.
So this is the
Yeah.
volunteering part. If someone wants to donate, what is the process?
See, donations, we are accepting small donations. You can go to our website. The details are there. We have also we've got a QR code.
Mm-hmm.
See, these are papers that we have. These are flyers that we are distributing. We
Mm-hmm.
have the QR codes. We have all our details of our social media pages and our donation pages. At the moment, we do not have ATG, so we are accepting only small donations. Even otherwise, I prefer to have small donations on a regular basis,
Mm-hmm.
which will keep us going.
Hmm.
So even if you can give me I don't have any amount. I'm prepared to accept anything as low as even 100 rupees. I'm fine. And these days, 100 rupees is a cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's more than that. It's roughly from, it starts from like,
No, if you go into a bigger
yeah.
restaurant, so anything, even a basic dhaba is nothing less than 30,
Yeah,
40
yeah. I
rupees,
mean,
right?
nowadays, if you go out, you spend 1,000 like just for
Yeah,
like.
yeah. You go out for a movie, just imagine you're going out for a movie.
Hmm.
Two of you go for a movie, I don't think we spend anything less than 1,500. It's a base minimum,
Yeah.
right? So that is what I look at it. I'm not looking at large. I'm not really looking at large donations. I prefer small donations with all of us. That's what makes all the difference.
Hmm.
And I've really worked down to a lot of little things that we have worked out, and we
Mhm.
found if you can set aside 100 or 200 rupees a month towards any organization for charity, any organization,
Yeah,
it makes tremendous this thing
definitely.
into there.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's them a lot.
Mhm. Okay. So there is an option on the website also to donate.
Yeah, everything is there. Yeah.
Okay. And so what are the future plans now? Is
Future plans is uh, there is still a lot of people to be covered for this
Mhm.
for the knockers. I believe in doing one thing at a time.
Mhm.
You
Hmm.
stay with something, let us take it through. And in this, when we started 6 years ago,
Hmm.
there's absolutely zero awareness about it. And
Yes.
even to this day, there are many places where people are not aware of it.
Hmm.
I'm sure you were not aware of it unless you had gone through Dr. Anita or somebody, right?
Yes, yes. She mentioned about you
Yes.
with the on
So,
interview.
it's still not there. It is not there. There are a lot of places who haven't got this.
Hmm.
And our main, we are also looking at people who are not aware because economically they are very poor,
Hmm. Okay.
and they do not have the wherewithal of you know browsing through the internet and checking
Hmm.
out and doing some things.
Hmm.
So we are still our still focus is still the knockers.
Hmm.
But we do have, I mean, we have on our agenda, we do have basic is for children and women and children is what we plan to do.
Hmm.
Maybe in the medical field, education field, all that is there on our trust, this thing.
Hmm.
But at the moment, this is what is taking our major focus. And
Yeah.
I think this is going to be there for another couple of years because the way we have moved, it's only now we're getting to be known to
Hmm.
others. And people are also asking us for the knockers. They're applying on their own. And we actually have a request template, Siddhi, where you can put it up in your website if you want, in your YouTube, where we ask whoever, they have to email us their requests.
Hmm.
We do not accept any phone calls or any messages.
Okay.
It has to be my email.
Hmm.
And we found that everybody has an email these days.
Hmm.
Even the
Yeah.
poorest of poor are
Everybody has.
going to school and colleges, they all have an email account. You can give me from anybody's email account. We have no
Hmm.
problem. We ask for the name of the patient, name, address, phone number,
Hmm.
bra size, which some feel is being asking too many questions.
Hmm.
How would you expect me to give you a knocker without knowing the bra size?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Bra size, cup size, which most of the time is not known. We need the address. We need
Hmm.
to send it to with the PIN code because we use the Indian Postal Service registered parcel.
Hmm.
They have a PIN code and it reaches all corners of the country.
Hmm.
We need the hospital where they were treated or are being treated and the doctor's name.
Okay.
These two for the reason that we'd like to connect with the doctor so we can help more patients if
Yes.
possible. That
Hmm.
is it. And if they have taken a knocker from us earlier, that also we ask because we are now into 6 years and we have been giving knockers for those who have taken it earlier in 2019. We have started giving back again. They
Hmm.
request again. Uh, those who want. Some of them are not using that frequently. These generally last anything between more than 2 to 5 years, they last. It depends on how you use it. If you're using it carefully, easily, 2 years, definitely we are giving a replacement for them. We do that. So this is a template that has to be, we send the template across and you have to apply it. You can website, the template is there on the website. Sometimes I get requests on phone where I send the templates to them and say you have to send us an email and then it is done. So that is how you request for the knocker. And yeah, the request,
Hmm.
yes.
So it's basically just by email and the details
Yes.
to be put there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are some people who have asked us, you're asking, there was actually two people who asked me.
Hmm.
They called me up and say, we want these knockers. I just sent them the template.
Hmm.
Then they call back and say, but you're asking too many personal questions. I said, like what? Bra size. I said, yeah,
Hmm.
what are you asking for? You're asking for something that goes into the bra. I
Hmm.
need to know the bra size, right? Oh, you're asking name, address. I said, but when you order online, you do give all these details, including your credit card you're paying with.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you any of that. I mean, that is how I'm saying it's so difficult for that is a level of uh, the how they don't want to talk about something that involves a breast. They're
Yeah.
very embarrassed to talk about it. So I said, but if you don't give me a bra size, how would I send you a bra?
This is very basic. I mean, even if you go for lingerie shopping, it's in the mall where everyone is
Yeah,
looking at you, so that's fine.
everybody's looking at you.
Yeah.
But she found it that I said, you're coming to me for a knocker for your breast cancer.
Hmm.
Okay. I am not asking you your hospital details,
Hmm.
like case number and
Yeah.
what diagnosis. I'm not
Hmm.
asking any of that. I just want to name of the hospital
Yeah.
uh, and the doctor because I want to connect because we are awareness is not there. I want to create awareness, which I have done in the early stages.
Hmm.
Every patient who had come to me, I have asked for the doctor's name and the phone number.
Yeah. I think that's very
And
important.
there are some who give it. Some say we don't know the doctor's number. We go to the hospital and the doctor treats us, which is
Okay.
natural, true.
Hmm.
And believe it or not, when I have got the doctor's number, earlier on, that is how I used to work. I,
Hmm.
I never knew to go into hospitals and do this.
Hmm.
Because as I said, not being a survivor, I definitely did not know the process of the whole
Yeah.
thing, right? It was all had to be learned.
Hmm.
I would write a message to the doctor. I'm Jayashree from Saaisha, India, and we provide free prostheses for the mastectomy patients. I'd like to get in touch with you. Let me know when I can call you. Believe it or not, Nidhi, even till date, within 24 hours, the senior most oncologist or radiologist does message me back.
Wow.
Yes. And I don't know him at all,
At all, yeah.
right? But he messages me back. This is when I said, the divine is doing this job for me. I am just a
Definitely, yeah. Wow.
medium. Because catch any doctor calling you back and saying, yes, you
It's
can call
yeah.
me at this time.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. When I say this, people will not believe it, but it's happening. Like even today, I did get from two doctors. I just approached them. I waited for 24 hours. They
Hmm.
did send a message back.
That's
What is it you want?
nice.
Then I said, yeah, because that is how I've been starting. That's how I started. It still works. And these are flyers that we have, which
Hmm.
I sent to the doctors, and they see it, and then they can ask, go ahead. We have when I send these knockers out to the patients, in the cover, I have a washing instructions sheet also. It's
Hmm.
not exactly washing instructions, it's just instructions as to where you can get, what you can do, how to resize the knockers, all that. I do that. And that we're giving in 10 different languages.
Wow, that
Okay.
this is very
One,
important, language part.
one side is English, the other side would be the vernacular language of wherever I'm sending it to.
Hmm.
Sometimes I look at the state where they are in.
Hmm.
Okay. Suppose it is Maharashtra.
Hmm.
I would send them English and Marathi. It's a sheet, the sheets
Bilingual.
comes in bilingual in both sides.
Okay.
Okay, one would be English, the other would be Marathi. But suppose the person's name doesn't sound a Maharashtrian, it sounds
Hmm.
a Bengali. I would send the Bengali one.
Oh wow, that's so that's
She
actually
may be staying in Maharashtra, she may not be able to
yeah,
know. She may read in Bengali instead. I'll
yeah.
send the Bengali one, and she has the English one, just in case she doesn't know Bengali.
It's
She
yeah.
certainly has the English one, right? So we have those in 10 languages.
Hmm.
And all of this, Siddhi, has been done by volunteers. I have not used Google Translation because it is not correct.
Yeah,
There's a lot of mistakes in that. We have got volunteers to do the translations.
that's so
We
thoughtful.
have got volunteers. Yes, we have got volunteers to check the translations that was done. And we have got other volunteers to read, other strange people, stray people to read the translations and tell us if they have understood what they have read.
Okay.
And that is when we have started printing out all this. And I should say, our YouTube awareness videos, I don't know if you've gone through them.
I
You
have.
have to go to, yeah, and they are in 10 languages,
Yes.
which have also been made by volunteers. We have not, we have been very fortunate in not having to pay a penny to anybody to make any of this,
Yeah.
including the maintenance of all our, what do you
Social
call,
media.
social
Also, there
media.
was a very good video, YouTube video on tutorial how to knit. I just saw that and I was like, this is so nice.
That has also been made by volunteers.
Yeah, it's so good and
And,
it's easy to
and
understand.
you won't believe it, the tutorials that have been made are made by volunteers who are absolutely fresh at making tutorials. We never knew how to do it. We never knew how to do it. When I made the first one, I had to, I made it just like talking like
Yeah,
this. Then I realized the hands were not the other way around. You would not understand how to wear.
yeah.
If I do a left hand, it'll be
Yeah.
on a right hand. So then knew I had to put the camera on top. I learned to do it. I got something to fix the camera phone on top, and then I started working, and that's how we've done. And I
Okay.
did about 3 or 4 videos, and then got the correct one.
Hmm.
So it's been a learning process for all of us, and that's definitely the universe and the upper divine person letting us through. Yeah, otherwise we would not have. And we have now, at moment, we have distributed about more than 17,000 knockers,
Wow.
which means, yeah, about 8,500 patients we have reached out to. We give 2 knockers per patient
Okay.
for a single mastectomy and 4 for a double.
Okay.
We give 2 because we need to wash and use, so you'll have a change. And 4 double, we give 4 because both of it will be
Yeah.
removed. And we have around about 500 volunteers,
Mm-hmm.
out of which maybe about 60 or so would be regular. The others are not.
Okay.
And that is when I want to, and awareness is, regarding awareness, I would say, Siddhi, we need to create the awareness more in the northern part of India,
In Northern.
northwest, east, the 3 sections, except the south.
Hmm.
In the south also, I found we are in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Kerala.
Hmm.
They're very well aware of us. Andhra, Telangana, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
Bombay, Delhi, there is a little bit, Delhi,
Hmm.
and other north portions, it's not so much. And that is also because of the culture of the people, I
Culture.
think.
Yeah.
The women, you come from which place? Madhya Pradesh?
I'm born and brought up in Mumbai.
Achha, you would know.
Maharashtra.
Yeah, but the culture of the person, the northern side, the
It
women
is
does
a
not,
bit,
the
yeah.
woman does not. Yeah, it's very difficult.
Hmm.
That is where I want to, uh, you know,
Hmm.
push awareness more, create more awareness over there.
Hmm.
It is a little difficult.
I hope we can do that together.
I hope so, because it's very difficult. And difficult. The people are not forthcoming, and the women, to the extent that sometimes I have repeated this many times. A couple of phone calls come, and the woman is there, and I never leave a call unanswered. If
Hmm.
I'm not available to pick up the call, I do call back. Any missed call, I do call back, wherever I am from, because it could be a patient. That is the number that I have is 7700990212. I do call back. And suppose when I call back, sometimes a man will pick up the phone and he will say, yeah. And, when it's a man, I know immediately it's either the male member of the house, whoever it is. Then I will say, I got a call from this number. He will say, नहीं क्या number है क्यों है? Then I
Oh.
say, आपके yeah. Then I'll say, आपके घर पे किसी को कैंसर है क्या? So,
Hmm.
नहीं कोई कुछ के कैंसर कुछ नहीं है, nothing. And he put the phone down.
Hmm.
And then I do make a note of the number. And then after a couple of days, maybe this lady would call back. And then I will tell her, I did answer your phone. I called you back, but somebody answered. And हाँ हमारे घर के ये हैं, उनको अच्छा नहीं लगता इसके बारे में बात करना. But I heard this from a friend of mine, and I want one.
Hmm.
And there are some times when we have sent it to another address just because
Hmm.
she doesn't want it to coming home.
This has
So
happened
that is the
in North.
it has happened. It has happened in not a very small city. It is in a big city. It has happened in a big city.
Wow, this is very
And
good to know.
yeah, so when that happens, that is a level of women not coming out and talking about it in our country.
Yeah.
And it's a very sad thing, but yeah, so we help her out. She says, can you send it somewhere? I said, yeah, anytime, wherever you want. मेरे friend के यहाँ पे आप भेज दो, मैं उनके घर से ले लूंगी. But then my point is, when she's wearing it, isn't the person going to notice that she looks different?
Yeah, but it's just I don't know why people are not talking about it that I mean, it just the acceptance should be there in the family so that even the woman feels secured. I mean, you're
Yeah.
already going through breast cancer and then you have to hide it from your family, and it's very mentally not uh, just doesn't
Yeah.
make you mentally strong this way.
Some patients have been sent back to their parents' home because they've got cancer, breast cancer. That also comes in. So it's okay. Yeah, yeah. I hear a lot of stories, a lot of sad stories. They do come out. And yeah, we have to do the agony aunt also at times. It keeps
Mhm.
listening. We have to be. I give a patient listening to all of that. And I think my age helps me in that, fortunately, because I'm much older. We are able to, you know,
And also
go take it and
nowadays, breast
listen.
cancer is becoming very common in
It's very common.
it's becoming
I'm getting ages from 28 onwards also.
from 28 onwards.
Yes.
It's because of the lifestyle and what we are living. I have already
Lifestyle, and no, I also think I give the credit, those thing also to early screening and
yeah.
awareness being done.
Hmm.
So women are more aware. The younger ones, especially those who are educated and
Hmm.
working, they realize they need to go for screening. So proper early screening is a must.
Yes, for
And
sure.
also you need to do self, uh, what would you say?
Hmm.
Self-examination is
Yeah.
something we have to promote. That is something you'll have to promote on your site.
Yes.
You need to do self-examination. All women after their puberty stage will have to learn to do self-examination at
Hmm.
a particular time every month,
Yes.
especially when you have your bath. It exactly takes you maybe 3 minutes to do your
Yes.
self-examination and not more. And you have doctors who have shown videos on YouTube are there where you can do your self-examination.
Yeah.
You can go through that. It is there in Hindi, English, all languages. Doctors have put it up. You
Hmm.
can have a look at it. And I think we need to educate our women, all our women and our girls, to go do this every month so
Yes.
that they are safe having to go through this.
Yes. I heard so many stories where people are when they get to know early after screening getting done, they are actually saved from lot of
Good.
uh,
Yes.
so
Yes.
it's very good to promote the awareness for breast cancer also, self-examination, mammography, a lot of things are there in that.
Yeah. First thing is self-examination, which will help you to know that there is something and immediately go and see a doctor.
Hmm.
Because going to mammography is very difficult to convince the patients to do that, and
Yeah.
there are different views on mammography now.
Mhm.
So that's something I'm not going to talk about. You have to do self-examination. We can teach every person to do that. And for example, I can give you, there's a wonderful video by Dr. Geeta Kadeprath of Delhi.
Mhm.
She's got a very nice YouTube in Hindi where she teaches all of this. There is one in Tamil by Dr. Selvi Radhakrishna also. She has
Mhm.
also given a YouTube. There is Vinita Goyal of Delhi who has given a lot of videos on YouTube in
Mhm.
Hindi. These are all small, educative, informative videos, which maybe you will have to go through it and put it on
Yes,
when you
yes,
talk
I will
about
go through that.
this in general. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very good, informative videos for all ages.
Mhm.
And self-screening is very, very important. Yeah,
Yes.
that has to be done.
Yes. Okay, so thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
us for here.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much,
so much
Nidhi.
for talking
Nidhi,
about
all the very best. All the very best in your future endeavors. You're just beginning out, and I hope you do make
Thank you so
uh,
much.
yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.